Hey Velobar fam, happy spring. As you can see today, we're at a new location and I am very excited to be filming here. I hope you like the new view. So for today, I have a bar with me, finally. You will still use your chair as the bar, a yoga mat or towel for floor work, your pair of light weights, remember we want to keep them 5 pounds or under, and a pair of gliding discs. If you do not have those, remember you can use plastic plates, paper plates, Tupperware lids, washcloths, dishcloths, all that good stuff. All right, I'm gonna start the music and we're gonna start with our warm-up. All right, we're gonna start with a step forward and back on the right side. So we step forward and back. Easy as that. Just taking 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. So, like I always say, we're just starting to get warmed up here. So take it slow at first and get into it a little more with each step you take. Very nice. I got a good feeling about this class. We're gonna get a good workout and we're gonna feel good. Great job. We're gonna add the arms overhead. So we pump, pump. Nice. So we're gonna start to warm up those shoulders, that upper body, along with the lower body. 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 more. You're gonna stay standing and you're gonna tap back, alternating legs. Last one. Hands to hips, we tap back, back. So, as you can notice, I have my knees bent. I'm locked and loaded here, right? I'm nice and low. I have my core braced and I have my chest lifted. 8. Now, we're gonna incorporate these 2 moves, okay? So we're gonna take 2 steps forward, 2 tap backs, and then 2 step backs. Starting on the right, I can show you first if you're not ready. Step, step, tap, tap, step back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, step, tap, tap, step, step. Very nice. So we're just taking 2 steps forward, tapping back, and then taking 2 steps back. Great job. So as we tap back, can you think about twisting through that core, twisting through those obliques? Last one. Inhale up and exhale, just take a little twist to that right side. Inhale up and twist to the other side. Inhale up, bring the legs together. All that again, leaning on the left. So we step forward, step back. Very nice. So this is the second round of the warm-up. So maybe when you step forward, you can get a little bit lower, right? That's what this is about. It's low, low, high, high. Low, high. Can I see the difference? Add those arms. So just punching those arms overhead, getting those shoulders nice and warm. We have 8 more, 8. And then remember, we stay stationary and do those tap backs. 4, 3, you got it. 2, 1. Hands to hips and tap back. So, can you get a little lower here? Remember, we're a little more warmed up. Maybe your heart rate has escalated a little bit. That's what we want. Get nice and warm here. 8. 7 more, we combine the 2. Remember, step, step, tap, tap, step, step. You got it. Just don't think about it too hard. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a full 8 count through the whole movement. So we step 1, 2, tap 3, 4, 5, 6, step 7, 8. Got a little dance combination going for you. Step, step. Keep going, 2 more. Last one, how low can you go? Step, step, forward, forward. Nice, inhale up. This time twist to that right side, left side first. Inhale up, now you can twist to that right side. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna come to the floor and we're gonna come into that perfect plank, right? So, shoulders stack over the elbows and wrists. We push the palms into the floor and then we push each finger into the floor. We roll the shoulders back. Maybe the upper back is slightly lifted, maybe. Hips are lower than the shoulders, knees pull up, heels pull back, that core is braced. Now, we are gonna do a little bit of a stationary hold here, a little isometric hold. So we're gonna bring that right knee towards the nose, okay? It may not touch, that's okay, but you're gonna think about going there. The upper back is gonna round up, okay? So here we go. Bring that right knee to the nose and just hold. Push those hands into the ground, step it back, same leg goes forward. Great job, you guys. Take it back. One last time, bring it forward. Really brace that core. Really push the hands into the floor. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Did you get heated up pretty quickly there? All right, you're gonna sit on that left glute and the legs are gonna bend and come to that right side. Left hand is forward, right hand goes behind you. So all the weight is in that left glute, okay? We're gonna bring the knees into the chest, in and lower. So we're working through the obliques here of that right side, that upper side. So you wanna think about bringing the knees towards the chest while keeping the chest lifted. Again, if your knees don't touch your chest, that's perfectly fine, right? You just wanna think about that's where the knees are headed. Great job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And give me 4 more, sorry. 4, 3, I lied, 2, and 1. Very nice. Coming back to that plank. This time, it's gonna be the left knee that comes in every time. So we're in that perfect plank. We bring that left knee forward and just hold. Bring it back and straight back forward. It's always that left leg. And back. One last time, a little bit longer of a hold. You got it. Push those hands down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, great job. This time we sit on that right glute. Legs bend and come to the right side, left side, sorry. And we bring them in and out. So it's that right hand that's forward, that left hand that's back. You wanna think about pushing the hands into the floor. That's gonna elevate the chest. You wanna keep it nice and lifted. And remember, those knees go towards the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch those legs out in front of you. We're gonna come to a seated forward fold. The feet flex, very important. Give me a quick shake of the knees against the floor, and then inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, send that body towards the legs. Now, I don't care how low you're going, okay? I just want you to feel that stretch in the hamstrings, the back of the legs. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, see if you can send the chest just a little bit lower to where it feels comfortable to you, not painful, right? All right, time to work hard, play hard. All right, so we're gonna start at that bar or at that chair. We're gonna be in a first position. So the heels touch and the toes point to the diagonals. You wanna think about making like a V, right, or a big old pizza slice. Now I'm going to turn away from the bar, so I'm gonna be side on so that you can see me. If you wanna face the bar, that's perfectly fine, okay? So we're gonna go down for 2, up for 2. So the heels stay lifted the entire time. We never drop them. We're coming to that first position plie, which you would do in a ballet class. Now, how low you go is gonna depend on a lot of things, right? It's gonna depend on how flexible you are, how open your hips are, and it's gonna depend on your calf strength. right? Your ankle strength, your core strength, right? So if you're not going as low as I am, that's okay, right? You go as low as you can. I promise you're still gonna feel it. So we wanna think about squeezing those glutes, firing up those quads. Give me 4 more. Down for 2, up for 2. Great job. You wanna think about keeping that straight line, right? So we're not sending the hips back like in a squat. They go straight down. Down, 2, 2 more. Apparently I can't do math today, guys, so I'm sorry. Last one. And now the feet are gonna go wide. So we did that first position, now we're gonna come into that second position, okay? So the feet are the same. Heels point in, toes point out, they're just wide, okay? Wider than the hips. We drop the hips straight down, we lift the heels, and we pulse. Again, if you wanna do this facing the bar or your chair, that's great. Then both of your hands would be on the chair. Pulse, pulse. So just a little 1-inch movement here. Really firing up those quads still, really squeezing those glutes still. 8. If you don't like the heels lifted, you drop them, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're not gonna quit, you're gonna stay down. Heels stay lifted if you can, glutes go down. Bring the arms in front of you, so like you're hugging a big ball. We're just gonna open and close. Open and close. So working through those shoulders, working through the back. 4, just 8 of them. 3, 2, and 1. Step it in. How was that? So we're gonna keep working in the back and shoulders. We're gonna come to push-ups. So we're coming to wide push-ups. So your hands should be probably as wide as your mat. The knees go back. If you wanna be on the toes, that's great. We're gonna go down 2, up 2. Down for 2, and up for 2. So nice and slow here to get started, because I wanna make sure you're using those muscles. You're not letting momentum help you here. Down, 2, up, oh, dancing queen. Up, 2, down, 2, up, 2. Great job, you guys, keep at it. Give me 1 more slow. Down, 2, up, 2, 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more. Really work through that chest. Push up from the floor, right? It's a push up. It's about pushing away from the ground. Great job. Quick child's pose. Just release through that chest. Release the arms. When you're ready, let's get back up. All right, I'm gonna turn the other direction this time. We're doing the same exercises. So that first position, heels are in close. We go down, 2, up, 2. So notice how I should be 1 long line, right? I'm going straight down and straight up. The booty's not going back. Nope, it's staying tucked. Down, 2, up, 2. Great job. Are you bracing that core? Down for 2. You are the dancing queens. You are the Bella Bar queens, or kings, right? 2 more. Down, 2. I promise, last one. Down, 2, up, 2. We open to that second position. So feet go wide, hips drop down, heels go up, and we pulse, pulse, pulse. So here, the movement is on the up. A lot of times we get confused and we think the movement is in the down, but it's not. It's about dragging up, right? Squeezing those glutes and really dragging the legs up with your muscles. Great job. You're looking good. 8, 7, 6, 5. Remember, in 4 more, we stay down and hold. Stay down. We open and close. We just have 8 here. You have a little bit of a shake. My legs are shaking, you guys. Come with me, come on. 4 more. We have 4. Open that chest. Very nice. 2 and 1. Quick shake. We're coming back to push-ups. Last set of push-ups, you guys, okay? So really knock them out of the park. Hands go wide, knees go back, or you're being a champ and on your toes. Down 2, up 2. We have down for 2, up for 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Great job. Down, 2. Just give me one more here. Shorter set, 8 singles. Here we go. 8, 7, 6. Make sure you're looking about a foot in front of you to keep that neck and spine alignment. Last one. Great job. Quick child's pose again, just to release through those shoulders. Stretch those arms out long in front of you. Great job. Now we're gonna stay on our mat. So you can come up. We're gonna come to an attitude position, another ballet move, but it's gonna be seated. Okay, so that left leg should be in front, and that right leg goes behind. So they're bent, foot is touching the thigh of the, left foot is touching the thigh of the right side. That's probably more helpful if I actually say the legs. All right, hands go out in front. We slightly lift that back leg up, we flex the foot, and we're just gonna pulse it back, back. So, again, it's just a little 1-inch movement. The foot is flexed, and you wanna think about imprinting your foot on whatever's behind you, right? So you're just doing a little kick back. Squeezing that glute. Now, if you feel this in the back, I want you to drop to the elbows, okay? That sometimes can release a lot of tension that may come up in your lower back in this move. Don't compromise, right? You wanna make sure you work out effectively. 8, 7, 6, 5, got some One Direction. All right, 3, it is a feel-good song. 2, and 1. Okay, so you're gonna grab your gliding discs or your towels, plates, whatever you got. Brace yourselves, okay? So you're gonna come down on your back. Okay, I'm gonna come over here so you can see my legs. Your heels are gonna be on the gliding discs. Your toes point up. You're gonna lift the glutes. In that glute bridge, you take one leg out and in. Out and in. So we're working through the hamstrings. We're also working the glutes because we're in a glute bridge. You're just taking one leg out at a time, okay? Out and in. Easy peasy. Well, not easy peasy, it should be hard, but easy peasy in the movement, right? Out and in. Now, you can stay here or you can speed it up, okay? So you're speeding it up a little bit. If you do not feel that is for you, you're not gonna do it, right? You're gonna stay slow and in. Just as good of a workout. Wherever you are, we have 8 more. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you guys got it, you're so strong. 3, 2, and 1, come in. That should have been really hard, you guys. Okay, we're gonna take a break from that for a second, and we're gonna come up to the bar. Okay, so we're gonna keep working that glute and hamstring. I know, okay. So you're gonna stay grounded on that left foot. You're gonna bend that right leg. And we're just gonna kick it back and in, back and in. So just that little kick, kind of like we were doing in the attitude, right? But instead of the leg being wrapped around, it's just going straight back. Back and in. When you come in, the knees line up. Out and in. So still working that hamstring, really squeezing the glute to work it, right? 4, 3, 2 more. We're gonna stay back and pulse. We stay back and pulse, pulse, pulse. So we have that little movement, pulse, pulse. We do not bring the knee in all the way here. It goes out all the way and then in about halfway. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good music today. 2, and 1. Bring it in now. You're gonna keep that foot flexed and it's gonna extend in front of you, okay? Same movement. Lift and lower. So now, we just worked the back of the thigh, upper thigh. Now we're gonna work, why did I say upper thigh? Upper leg is what I meant. Okay, now we're working the quad, which is the front of the thigh, front of the upper leg, right? Lift and lower. Now if you feel like this gets into your hip flexor, what might help is to either bend the knee a little bit more or to turn that hip out, right? Like this, so that the thigh, inner thigh points up. That usually will take it out of the hip flexor if you feel it there. Great job. Make sure you're staying nice and lifted. 8, core is braced. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay up and pulse. So this is where it gets you, right? And that little pulse, because you want to stop, you're fatigued, but you're going to say, nope, I'm stronger than that, muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you feel that in your quad? I hope so. All right, you're gonna bend the knees and you're gonna grab one weight. Always bend the knees to grab the weights, okay? You're gonna come back out to that second position plie. The heels are always gonna stay grounded, okay? We're gonna do a little kettlebell swing sort of thing. So the weight is gonna be in your right hand. The arm is straightened. Maybe you have a slight bend in the elbow. You're gonna lower as you bend the legs. And as you straighten the legs, you're gonna send that weight straight out in front. It does not lift higher than the shoulder, okay? No higher than the shoulder. 8. So we're working those shoulders. Great job. Last 4. Now, after these last 2, you're gonna take the weight overhead, and you lift that right heel. So the same side that has the weight. The other side stays grounded, okay? So we're in a one heel, second position plie. The weight is overhead, and we pulse. 8, 7. You should be able to see the weight at the top, right? So it's not directly overhead, it's slightly out in front. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, very nice. Bend the knees, bring that weight down, make sure it's close by, and we're coming back to that seated attitude position. So this time it's the right leg that's forward and the left leg that's back. We flex the foot, we slightly lift the leg, and we pulse it back. Whew, I am sore on this side. Went on a 6-mile hike yesterday. So it was the first day of spring. It's beautiful, but I'm feeling it today, right? But I'm so happy to be here with all of you guys. So happy you're here with me. So, remember, if it's in your lower back, you're gonna bend the elbows. It's a great option. You're not lifting the legs super high, right? No thank you, because that's definitely gonna get in the back. It's just barely lifted off the floor. You shouldn't have to lift it very high to feel this movement, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. We're coming back to the glutes and hamstrings. All right, so heels on the gliding disc, toes point up. I don't know if I told you last time, but if you started with the right, just start with the opposite side. We come down, we lift the hips, and we just start slow. Out and in, out and in, out, out and in, out, out. Great job, you guys. Can you push the heels into the gliding discs to lift those hips a little bit higher? Out and in, out. Now, you stay here, or in 2 more, you have the option to speed it up. Slower speed, out, 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 out. Now, if you speed it up, make sure your hips don't drop too low, right? They are naturally gonna drop a little bit, but remember, push the heels into the gliding discs, lift the heels. 8, lift the hips, not the heels. Please don't lift the heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. That should have made you break a sweat a little bit. Okay, so we come back to that bar. Back to those, working those glutes and hamstrings. So this time, right foot is planted, left knee bends, and we kick it back and in, back and in. So we're coming to those donkey kicks. Now, if this gets into your lower back, an option is to take that upper body and slightly hinge it forward, okay? So if you do that, the heel may slightly go back and up instead of directly back. That's okay. Push back. Are you squeezing that glute? Squeeze it harder than you think you can. 4, 3, 2. Number 1, we stay back. Let's pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. When we do this pulse, right, we want to remember where we want this to be. So we want it to be in the glutes, we want it to be in the hamstrings. Sometimes people get into the movement, right? They get into the song, they start doing this crazy thing with their body. We don't want that, right? It's tempting, I know, especially with a song like this, but you want to think about keeping that upper body nice and stationary. How do you do that? You brace the core. Great job. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We send that foot forward. We're gonna lift and lower here. Lift and lower. So now we're getting to the front of that thigh, the quad. Remember, what are your options here? You can bend the leg, if that feels better, or you can, excuse me, rotate the leg so the inner thigh faces the ceiling. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2 more. We're gonna stay up and pulse. We stay up and pulse. Pulse. Very nice. Check and make sure your foot is flexed, right? Very important. I know I say it a lot, but it's to protect those joints. Those hip, knee, ankle joints. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. We step it in, we grab one weight. Party rock. All right, so we come back out to that second position. Remember, when we do the shoulder swings, the kettlebell swings, the heels always stay down. Here we go. We go down and up. Great job. So we send those hips straight down, right? So just because we're working the shoulder doesn't mean we neglect the lower body. Oh no, we're still working the lower body. So we go down and up. Remember, we're not lifting the weight higher than the shoulder. Want to protect the area that we're working, the muscle that we're working. All right, 8 more, let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, remember 3 more, we take that weight overhead. This time it's gonna be the left heel that lifts. Here we go, weight goes overhead, and we drop the hips as we lift that left heel. We have that little pulse. So I don't know about you guys, but my quads, my glutes, my hammies, they're feeling it right now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it in. So we're actually gonna grab the other weight. So we're gonna have one weight in each hand. We're gonna come to a little side lunge. We're always gonna go to that right side. So we step out, lunge, lift, step in. So we're gonna start slow, just so you can get the movement, you can feel it in your body, right? Now, if you wanna do this without the weights, do it, right? Same movement, you can keep the hands on the hips. You can also do this with just one weight. And you can just hold it like this. Obviously, you have the other weight on the ground. Out, lower. Give me 2 more, and then we're gonna do 8 singles. You can stay at that speed. Let's go, 8. So it's just one big step, right? You wanna think about stepping as long as your mat. You wanna think about sending that right glute way back. 3, 2, 1, we're going back out and we're pulsing. Pulse, pulse. This wouldn't be a bar class if we didn't do lots and lots of pulses, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. We're gonna come to biceps, 2 by 2. Up, 2, down, 2. So the feet are hip distance. The toes point forward. We have a full extension with the biceps. One slow. Let's go singles. 8, 7. So what is the full extension? It means at the bottom, We're straightening the arms, and at the top, the weights probably touch the shoulders, right? 4, 3, no swinging, all muscles. Stay halfway and pulse. 8, 7, little movement. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. We're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna lower the weights close by. We're gonna get into those glutes again. So we're gonna come into a little frog pose. So you're gonna lay face down. Now, once you see the exercise, you are gonna place your forehead onto the hands, okay? I'm gonna stay up, obviously, because I'm cueing you. Now, you're gonna bend the knees out, okay? So like you're making a diamond with the legs. The heels are gonna touch, and the toes are gonna touch, okay? And we're just gonna lift and lower the thighs off the floor. You wanna think about bracing that core, right? Pulling that core, those abs towards the spine, and you wanna push that pelvis slightly into the ground. That's gonna help you lift the legs, right? Now again, not very high. Your forehead is down. The legs are not gonna lift very high because we're not compromising the lower back. It's a little movement, up and down. You should feel that glute squeeze when you lift the legs. Don't lose it when you lower them. And down. 2 more, and we're gonna stay up and pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna carefully come up. We're coming back to those side lunges. This time we're always gonna go to that left side. So we grab the weights. If you don't want them, you leave them down, right? So we start slow. We step out, we squat, lift, step in. So nice and slow to start. So you get the movement, you really use those muscles. So when you come in, you wanna think about dragging that inner thigh in, right? You're working that area a little bit. When you drag that foot back in. Out, down, lift, and in. Great job. Are you sending that glute way back? 2 more. And then you stay here, or we have the 8 singles. You choose. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay back and pulse. Pulse, so you're just barely lifting that glute off your chair, right? You're getting up and then you're like, nope, I think I'll stay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We step it in. Make sure the feet are hips distance, the toes point forward, and we come up, 2, down, 2. So working the front of the arms, those biceps. Making sure we still keep that core braced. Lift, 2, down, 2. 2 more slow, lift, 2. After this, we're gonna come into those 8 singles. I lied, do 1 more. Gotta be on the beat. 8 singles, we have 8, 7, 6. Are you swinging the weights? No, thank you. Are you placing them up and then dragging them down? Yeah, you are. 2. Remember, we stay in that mid-range pulse. We just, pulse, pulse. Sorry, I was gonna start to count, and then I said pulse at the same time. It happens. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, bend the knees, lower the weights. So we're gonna work the glutes again, except this time we're gonna do a different exercise, okay? So you're still gonna face down on the mat. You're still gonna put your forehead into your hands once you see the exercise, okay? The legs, or the feet, shall I say, are gonna be as wide as your mat, okay? You're gonna flex the feet. You're gonna slightly lift the legs off the floor, and we're gonna beat the heels. beat, 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 beat. So we're just tapping the heels together. The legs are lifted. We brace the core. Remember, we send that belly button towards the spine, and we slightly push that pelvis into the ground to lift the legs. Pulse, pulse. This is crazy how hard you're squeezing the glutes. It's crazy, right? Harder than you think you can. You got it. We're staying here. You just have 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it up. Okay, you guys are gonna have some sore glutes tomorrow. Sorry, not sorry. All right, we're gonna cross the legs. So you're sitting crisscross applesauce, right? You have those crossed legs. Hands come to the temples. We're always gonna go to that right side, okay? So you wanna think about bringing that elbow behind that mid-thigh, mid-quad. So we're working through the obliques of that right side, the muscles that wrap around the body, right? Very nice. Down and lift, down and lift. So you want to elongate that spine before you go over, right? You want to lift to go over. And when you come back, you stack center, right? So everything is stacked center. Crunch and up. Give me 4 more. Down and lift. 3 more. Very nice. 2 more. And out. 1 more. Great job. As you stand up, you're gonna grab just one of your gliding discs, okay? Now, we are gonna do a lunge with the gliding disc. You choose if you want the weights in your hand or not. I'm gonna grab them. If you don't want them, that's perfectly fine. All right, so your left foot stays on the floor, okay? Your right toes are on the gliding disc. The heel is lifted, so opposite as last time. We're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 lunge. So we go back, 3, 2, 1, we lift up. 3, 2, 1, and lift. So it's a 4 count. Back for 3, and up for 1. Now, if you need help with balance, you can grab onto your chair with that left hand, right? And up, we drag it back and up. Really squeeze that left glute to help you drag up, right? It's the left glute that's working right now, not the one that's going back, but that one that's lifting you up, right? Lift, down, and lift. 1 more, then we're gonna stay back and pulse. Lift, we stay back and pulse. Pulse, so the gliding disc goes way back. Both legs are in a 90-degree bend. We brace that core, the chest is lifted, and we just barely drop that knee and lift it. Low, that's where I want you. 8, 7, 6, you got it. It's mind over matter. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Drag it in. Very nice. All right, we're gonna drop the weights, or bend the weights, shall I say. And we're gonna keep that gliding disc. Sorry, I lost track for a second. We're actually gonna keep the gliding disc under the right toes, but the weights go down, okay? We're gonna come into a plank. So, you're in that perfect plank. Remember from earlier, from the warm-up? We're gonna bring that right knee in and out, okay? So we're just pulling that knee in between the arms, and then we're sending it back to that perfect plank. The toes are on the gliding disc. That's gonna help you drag that foot in. 8, 7, 6, 5, work through those abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. You're gonna come in carefully, and we're coming back to that cross-legged position. Hands go to temples. This time we always go to that right side. So we go down, 2, up, 2. Very nice. So we're bringing that elbow to the middle of that quad. And we lift before we go over. So it's like someone has a string at the top of our head and they're pulling us up to crunch over, right? Down, 2, up, 2. Sorry, down, 2, lift for 2. Great job. 4 more. We're getting low. We're touching that quad, right? And then we're lifting. So we're getting long and low. 2 more. And lift. Last one. And lift. Very nice. Now we're seriously going to get low because we're going back to those lunges. So you know the drill. Do you want weights in your hand or do you want to do it weightless? This time, it's the right foot that always stays on the floor. It's the left toes that are on the gliding disc. We go 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2, 1, and lift. So it's very slow and deliberate. 3, 2, 1, and lift. At the bottom, both legs are in a 90-degree bend, yes? And we're using that right glute this time to drag us up. 3, 2, 1, and up. We stay back and pulse, 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 pulse. Very nice. So we have that emphasis on the up. We drag down, up, down, up. You got it. We're almost there. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Music stop. You're still going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring it in. You're going to take those weights down. Oh, I love this song. Such good music today. All right, so the gliding disc, I feel like I already said that, sorry, stays under the left toes. We come to that plank, and we're gonna bring that knee in and then back out. Let's go. In and back. In and back. So a little slower than last round, because the beat's a little bit slower, right? But you're still dragging that knee in between the legs, and then sending it back, back, in and out. 8 more. 8, back, 7, 6, 5. So I'll give you a reason, right? Why you want to work hard right now, why you want to keep at it, because this is your time, right? You're doing something good for your mind, good for your body. 4 more. You deserve this. So work hard while you're here. Do something good for your body and your mind today. 2 and 1. Very nice. Bring it in. You're going to carefully come to standing, okay? So we're going to have a gliding disc under each foot. Now, very important here is that your whole foot is not on the gliding disc, okay? Because that you're going to get hurt. So you want your heels to be off of them, but your toes to be on, okay? So about half your foot is on the gliding disc. The other half, your heel is off. Now, you choose. Do you want the weights in your hand or not? We're gonna work the inner thigh, inner and outer thigh actually. We're gonna start with the right side. We're gonna go out and in, now left. Out and in. So we're just going out and in, out and in. So notice how one weight comes in to frame the leg that bends, and then it goes back to framing both sides of your body. Do you see that? We go out and in, out and in. Great job, you guys. Now, you can stay here, or option for last 8 is to do both legs at a time. If you do that, you're gonna bend the legs and straight. It'll look like this, out and in. You choose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, just 3 more wherever you are. 2, and 1. Very nice, you guys. All right, So you're gonna take those out of the way. You're gonna carefully place the weights down, and we're gonna come to your bar. So we're gonna keep working that outer and inner thigh. That left foot stays grounded. That right foot is gonna lift, okay? The heel is flexed, or the foot is flexed. The leg is slightly bent, just slightly. We're gonna send it out and in, out and in. So a little side leg raise. Now, even though the leg is going out, we're not leaning to that left side, right? We wanna keep everything stacked. We brace that core, we keep that chest nice and lifted. Out and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay up and pulse, pulse, pulse. So all the way to halfway. Pulse, pulse. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. So we're gonna come back to those 2 exercises, but we're gonna come to the mat first. So you're gonna grab just one weight and you're gonna place it in your right hand. So we worked the biceps, now we gotta work the tricep, the opposing muscle group, so the back of the arm. Now you're gonna be on all fours. You're gonna take that weight to the hip and you're gonna send it straight out and in, out and in. Now if you prefer to do this standing, this is where you are, right? You can even go to the bar and have that extra support and stability, and in, out and in. Wherever you are, you wanna think about extending that weight out, right? So just like we had a full extension in the bicep curl, we want a full extension in the triceps, right? Out and in. Just 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. You're gonna drop that weight, or place that weight down. Oh, car wash. And we're gonna come to the plank. We're gonna do a little snake movement. So one leg goes under, and then the other leg goes under. We go under and under. And when you get the movement, you're gonna start to speed it up. So it's a snake, right? You wanna think about this being a little sultry, right? We go under, under, working through that core. Great job. Make sure you don't lift your hips here. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Give me a quick stretch here to shake out the upper body a little bit. Let the arms release. And then we're gonna come up to that, side reaches with the legs, okay? So remember, toes are on the gliding discs, heels are off, okay? Do you want the weights in your hand or not? This time, you go out left, in, right, in. So we start just alternating the legs out to the side, and then later on, you'll have the option. Do you wanna stay here, right where we are now, or do you wanna do both legs? Remember, if we do that, you come down to a little squat, right? A little second position plie almost. Great job. Drag that leg in, out, pull it in. 4, 3 more, you choose. Are you gonna stay here, or are you gonna join me for 8? Let's go. 8, 7, 6, you got it wherever you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Take those gliding discs out of the way. You do not need them anymore today. Bye-bye. All right, those weights should be close by because we still have that tricep. All right, this time it's that right foot that stays down, that left foot that's gonna come out. Lift and lower. So remember, we have that extended side leg raise. The foot is flexed, and the leg is just slightly bent. Do you see how I just have a slight bend in the knee? Pretty much straight, just that little bend. Lift and lower. So we're working that outer hip here. We're working that outer thigh, and then you're using those inner thigh muscles to squeeze the leg back in. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 more. We're gonna stay in that upper half and we're gonna pulse. 3, 2, 1. I can't help feeling that upper body pulse. Pulse. Pulse, that upper half pulse. That's what I meant to say. I got too excited. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Very nice. All right, we come to that tricep extension on all fours. Remember, you can do them standing, away from the bar, or at the bar. This time the weight goes into that left hand. Weight goes to the hips, and we're just gonna send it straight out and in. We go out and in, out and in. I'm gonna turn around this way. So again, that weight does not lift super high, right? We just wanna think about extending that arm. It's not about height, it's about length. How long can you make your arm? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that weight out of the way. You guys, snake, we stretch and you're done, okay? Really give it your all. This is it. We come to that plank. This time, the left leg goes under, and then the right leg. Left, and as you get the movement, we go quick, 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 right? So we have that little sultry movement. You're bracing the core. Now here, it's really easy to lift the hips. Don't do that. You wanna keep them nice and grounded. You're in that perfect plank. Here we go, guys. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Separate the legs. You're gonna come straight down to lay on the belly, okay? Place the forehead into the hands. Just take a few breaths here as I change the music. Nice. We're gonna start stretching those quads. So you're gonna take that right hand to the left foot, you're gonna bend that foot in, and you're gonna press the pelvis into the floor to lift that quad slightly off the ground, okay? So you're gonna feel this all in the front of that thigh, that quad area that we worked so hard today. Let's make sure we stretch it out too. And when you're ready, we're gonna go straight to the other side. So you're gonna bend that left foot in this time, and you're gonna take that left hand to the foot. You're gonna push the pelvis into the ground to lift that quad. Really think about taking slow, deep breaths here, right? We wanna slow that breathing. We wanna slow that heart rate and let the body know it's time to release here. All right, and you're just gonna twist over to lay on the back. I'm gonna turn around. All right, so now we're gonna lay on the back. You're gonna send the arms out to a letter T, palms face down, okay? You're gonna bend the knees in and you're gonna take them to that right side. So you're just gonna get a nice spinal twist here, release through that lower back. Now you guys are gonna stay here, okay? I'm gonna go turn the lights down slightly. You're stretching that back. Well, that didn't work as planned. Sorry, guys. All right, stretch it. You're gonna bring it in, and you're gonna take that right heel on to the left knee. You're gonna flex that foot, and you're gonna pull the legs into the chest. So we're that figure 4 stretch. We're in that figure 4 stretch. So you're stretching that hip area, right, of the right side, all along that hip, maybe into that glute a little bit. You bring the legs in to where it feels good for you, right? You don't want to feel any pain in these stretches. You want to feel a release. Great job. All right, and release that leg. Send the arms out, and we're going to send the legs to the other side, to that left side. Releasing through that lower back. You guys stay here. I'm going to change the song a bit. We don't need no, it's a great song, but not right now. All right, so you're stretching through that lower back. Bring the knees to center, and this time it's that right foot that goes over the left knee, it should be that left foot, sorry, that goes over the right knee, I said that wrong. Foot is flexed, and you bring the legs into what feels good for you. If you want to stay here, if you want to place that foot down, you do what you need to do. Just keep that foot flexed and feel that stretch in that outer hip area. Make sure you're just taking deep breaths here, right? We really want to release. Very nice. Now we're going to do a little bit of a yoga move. Well, not a little bit, it is a yoga movement. It may feel strange to you if you've never done it before, but I promise it'll feel good. You're going to wrap your hands around each foot, right? So right hand wraps the right foot, left hand wraps the left foot. And you're going to bend the knees and you're going to take them out wide, okay? It's called a happy baby, right? Babies are happy, they're grabbing their feet. If you feel like you want to rock from side to massage the back, that may feel good. If you want to stay stationary and kind of just pull up the legs a little bit, right? You don't want to like tug at them very hard, but just kind of the weight of your hand against your feet should bring your legs a little closer, your knees a little closer to your shoulders, and you should feel this all in that kind of groin area, the inner thigh area. Again, it's kind of weird if you've never done it before, but it feels really good. It's a nice release. All right, and when you're ready, you're gonna rock it up to a seated position that's comfortable for you. We're gonna take a few breaths here. Inhale the arms overhead, and exhale. See if you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we breathe in, and out. One more, biggest breath you have, breathe in, and out. Very nice. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this class. I can't wait to see you next time. And if you haven't signed up for Bella Bar yet, I'd love to have you. I'll see you next week, Bella Bar fam.